Despite his best efforts at shielding his identity, Batman is a known commodity in Gotham and beyond. There are the obvious initiates, of course. Alfred Pennyworth knows the truth about his ward, most members of the Bat family are in on the secret, and even Commissioner Gordon may have a clue. Outside of his realm of kin, however, a surprising amount of characters and villains know that Batman and Bruce Wayne are one and the same. If it weren't for the magic of a well-timed retcon, the vast majority of Batman's rogues gallery would now know the truth. In that sad alternate reality, Gotham wouldn't have its caped crusader, just a billionaire playboy gallivanting about town like every day was Halloween. Batman needs his secret identity, and as it turns out, his most fearsome foes must protect it in order to preserve their life purpose. Here are some of the characters who know about Batman's secret identity. Sherlock Holmes. While he might have spared Master Wayne such a blunt honesty, the detective of 221B Baker Street quickly deduced the identity of Gotham's caped crusader. In fact, he sleuthed his way to guessing Batman's true identity long before the pair even met. "Your disguise is not difficult for one of my powers to fathom," he tells Batman with prying eyes. Ever the consummate English gentleman, however, Sherlock maintains the secret and tells the Dark Knight, "But I ignored it." To be fair to Batman's masquerading abilities, it would have been a disgrace had Sherlock missed the boat. For once in a long while, the world's greatest detective met his match. Joe Chill. He's the man who started the myth, the small-time criminal who committed the crime that would change Gotham forever. Indeed, without Joe Chill's callous killing of Thomas and Martha Wayne, Batman would never have come to be. The low-level thug got away with murder until justice was served in the midsummer publication of Batman number 47. After the Dark Knight tracked down his parents' killer, he accosted him and demanded he admit to his wrongdoing. A bewildered Chill asks, "How do you know what really happened?" Batman then removes his cowl and stared into Chill's crooked eyes. "I know because I am the son of the man you murdered. I am Bruce Wayne." Though he would spare the man's life, Batman exacted emotional revenge on the felon. So utterly terrified by what he had seen, Joe Chill rushed to the aid of his criminal cronies, who later executed him for his part in bringing the Batman to bear. The Riddler. While he has since lost the memory of Batman's true identity, the Riddler deduced the man behind the cowl on more than a few occasions. After ordering Clayface to pose as a reanimated Robin and purging himself of cancer in a Lazarus pit where he would also surmise Batman's identity, the Riddler harassed Batman by saying, "Now the world is my oyster, right, Bruce?" Utterly unfazed, Batman all but laughs in the face of Riddler's empty threats. He knows that if the Emerald Lunatic revealed Batman's identity to the world, Riddler would have devalued his most prized enigma of all: who is the Batman? Unfortunately, the Riddler and the Joker are stuck in the same conundrum. Revealing Batman's identity will mark the end of the Gotham games. After his biting words sink in, Batman turns the tables on Riddler by threatening to tell Ra's al Ghul that he secretly used a Lazarus pit. Once again, the Riddler becomes the punchline to his very own joke. Superman. In Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, Clark Kent seemed to have no knowledge of the most famous man in Gotham. That moment at Lex Luthor's gala sounded off, not only because Bruce Wayne is an international celebrity, but because most timelines and adaptations have empowered Superman with knowledge of Batman's true identity. To be fair, it seemed Kent put the pieces together when he heard Alfred Pennyworth through Wayne's earpiece. Still, Superman has used his superhuman vision to peek under Batman's cowl, and far before then, Kent and Wayne were roommates on a cruise ship. In Superman Volume 1, number 76, the journalist and the billionaire share a cabin due to the overbooked accommodations on a popular voyage. While trouble brews outside the porthole, Wayne asks Kent if he can hit the lights and turn in. The Daily Planet journalist says, "I'm tired too," but as soon as darkness falls, they both change into their superhero uniforms and are exposed when fire from the galley shines into their room. Awkward! Batman and Superman realize each other's secret identities and agree to run headlong into battle before answering any questions. Selina Kyle. Love bears few secrets. In the Batman Hush narrative, the Dark Knight blows the lid on his most precious secret and tells Selina Kyle to call him Bruce. In the animated movie, they team up against the Riddler and Hush, so it makes sense that amid all of their interactions, the cat would know the man behind the bat. Bruce usually keeps his cards close to his chest, so when he removed his cowl and looked at Catwoman in the eye, he was making a statement. The couple has long shared a steamy and exciting relationship, but by revealing himself to her, Bruce Wayne becomes more vulnerable than ever. Just moments before the unveiling, Selina ribs his secrecy. You know, for a loner, you certainly have a lot of strings. Nightwing, Robin, Oracle, Huntress, Batgirl. I just don't want to be the one string that trips you up. In classic Bruce Wayne fashion, he rebuts her with an easy, "you won't," then slides off his mask and instantly deletes 99% of their mystery in their relationship. While not as epic as their mutual reveal in Brave and the Bold number 197, Batman Hush put Catwoman and her beau back on the map. Lex Luthor. In addition to their ideological disputes, Bruce Wayne and Lex Luthor are warring corporate rivals. Wayne Enterprises and LexCorp are the businesses' representations of both men's enduring social and cultural influence. In the New 52, Lex Luthor observed Batman's devastation over Dick Grayson's persecution and cracked the Batcode. Knowing the identity of the Dark Knight, Luthor arrived at Wayne Manor and rightly pointed the finger at Master Bruce. Sly as always, the bald Mughal all but threatens to expose Batman if he isn't granted membership in the Justice League. With a goofy smile, Lex can't hide his desire to the Batcave and says, "Aren't you going to invite me down there? I'm so curious." He's dying to be cool as Bruce, who remains characteristically stoic in the face of Lex's accusations and responds, "No, I'm not." The Joker. The Joker knows, but he can't bring himself to listen. Throughout their storied relationship, the Joker has known Batman's true identity and has chosen to ignore it. He simply can't bring himself to care about Bruce Wayne the human. He cares for Batman the immortal, the godlike being who has ratified Joker's sad existence. In Batman number 663, the Joker mentions, "Why be a disfigured outcast when I can be a notorious crime god? Why be an orphaned boy when you can be a superhero?" In Batman and Beyond, Return of the Joker, the Clown Prince of Crimes tortures Tim Drake until he reveals Batman's true identity. Yet, even when armed with such knowledge, the Joker simply uses it to provoke his enemy and not to ruin him. Batman number 40 is perhaps the most horrific iteration of the Joker. In the reinvention of the iconic characters, Batman reveals that the Joker once broke into the Batcave, but abandoned the hideaway before finding its owner. Why? As Batman sees it, the Joker knew Bruce Wayne owned the Batcave, but couldn't bring himself to admit the Dark Knight was simply a mortal being. In Death of the Family, Batman literally tries to tell the Joker his own name, but as he mouths the word, the Joker rushes towards a waterfall to escape the truth. Batman is the Joker's lifeblood, but Bruce Wayne could be his undoing. Who else knows Batman's secret identity? Tell us in the comments and let us know. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you will never miss out on the next video. As always, thanks for watching and hoping to see you guys in our next video.